Hello everyone and welcome to another fun and exciting episode of Robbie Vlogs. I didn't get a chance to record today because I just got a ton of new audio, video, and photo editing software, which I am super psyched about. However, it took all day to download, so I will be doing this vlog today in place of Legend of Grimrock, which I'll be recording tomorrow and get back into the next day. Excuse me. I'm sniffly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fighting with the software. I got Sony Vegas Pro 14. Some web designing. It's a suite that they have on Humble Bundle right now. For like $20, it's like $1,000 worth of software. But I figured I kind of want to talk to about how things are going with the channel and where things are going, and like part of me can't believe that, you know, it's been. Hang on. It's been almost a year. We've got like a couple weeks till it's a year. We started this on January the 4th, I believe, is when our 4th or 5th was when our first video went up. And from that, it's been an absolutely amazing journey, and I'm so looking forward to the next year. We've almost hit 50 subscribers this year a couple times now. It seems every time we go up we lose one, but it happens, whatever, no big deal. And it's been amazing. It's been so much fun doing this. It's given me so sniffly. One moment. Now I can try and be serious if my nose doesn't get stuffed up again. It's been, like I said, almost a year, and it's been an amazing journey. This channel, when we started, I didn't honestly even think we'd make it this long. It's a habit with me. Any big endeavor I take on has a tendency, I'm gonna take my glasses off, has a tendency to just fall apart after a week, a month, a year. It's the same when I run D&D games. It always falls apart on me. Something comes up, but Sean has shown such a dedication to this that, you know, I'm so happy for. And between the two of us, we've just been so dedicated to this channel, you know, putting other things to the side when we need to. You know, we don't let the channel get in the way of everyday life, but at the same time, it is a very high priority for us. And, you know, this is one of the first big ventures I've done that hasn't just completely fallen apart on me. Doing this channel, it's given me a reason to sit down and play games again. Like I've said in the past, for the longest time, just didn't play games anymore. Not because I didn't enjoy games, just because I didn't have time to do it, or I just didn't feel up to doing it. And this has really got me into playing games and enjoying games again. I would just sit and watch Netflix all day and play on Facebook, and that's all I would do. This has actually given me something productive to work towards and to, you know, push my energy into. That sounds weird. To achieve something. And, you know, I know I do it a lot. I talk about the numbers a lot, and it's not because the numbers in any way matter to me. I don't care if I make, 100 subscribers even, and I don't care if we even get one more subscriber. But for me at least, it gives me a goal. It gives me something to push towards, and an outlet for ambition. And I want to strive to do better. I want to strive to get the channel further. And does it matter? No. We're here to have fun. That's what really matters in the end. And even if we never go anywhere, we're still going to be here because it's a hell of a lot of fun to do. But it does give me something to strive towards, like scheming and plotting on we didn't make very many subscribers this month. Well, what are we doing differently that maybe how can we better ourselves without compromising like what we are as a channel? You alive? There you go. Okay, that was. Oh no, I'm still going, right? Yeah, I think I'm still going. Oh, that scared me. Audacity froze for a second there. But yeah, it gives me something to work towards. It's gotten me back into gaming. It's gotten me having fun again, enjoying things. I don't just sit around depressed all the time, bored, just doing nothing. It really dug me out of a rut that I was in for a very, very long time. And, this channel is giving me an outlet now, too, for, doing my diet tracking that I've been doing, that you guys have seen a couple videos of. Essentially what I've been doing is using you guys to keep me honest. I feel bad, like if I fully admit, I've tried before to go sit down to record one of those vlogs and be like, yeah, no, I totally went and worked out 2 hours and I sat down and do it. I don't feel good doing that. I don't like doing it. I can't lie to the camera like that. To the camera and to you guys, I want to be as open and honest as I possibly can. So it's keeping me honest on the diet tracking. And it's making me see the flaws in, how I was treating myself before I started recording it and like where I was going wrong. I am so bad, and I've found this recently. I am horrible when it gets late in the afternoon. I'll sit down and I'll snack and just snack and not pay attention to what I'm eating or how much I'm eating. And I'll have like a whole platter of cookies before I even realize it. And then I just think, oh, well, whatever, I'll start over tomorrow and then continue eating. And that's terrible for you. You don't do that. If you fall off the stop, you stop right then and there and get back on. And I think that's a major thing this is helping me realize, is that, I fall off a lot. And when you first start doing a diet, it happens. I'm never gonna beat myself up because I screwed up once. Because, like the other day, I went to Taco Bell twice in a day, plus I had pizza on D&D night. It was stupid. It was terrible for me. I felt like crap, too. Like, I way overate. I felt awful. But you know what? It was one day. It was one time. And I got back on it today. And I paid very close attention today to what I was eating and what I was doing. And I feel better today. My back hurts like hell because I've been sitting in this chair all day. Because I've been working on downloading and getting these videos set up, which makes me even more excited to actually tomorrow go swimming and get in that hot tub to work out the kinks in my back. But that's a whole other topic. But yeah, this channel's been a huge outlet for me creatively, emotionally. I feel like I can get on the camera and tell you guys like what's going on in my life, and if I'm having a bad day, it gives me somebody to talk to. You know, maybe, you know, if I can't talk to Sean because he's busy, he's at work, you know, he can't be there all the time, you know, not to say, you know, he doesn't listen, you know, he's there for me all the time. But like if he or Josh or Volt, or if there's nobody I can really talk to at the time because people are at work, people have things to do, people are busy, you know, people have lives outside of YouTube, crazy enough. This gives me a way to sit down and get my thoughts out on camera, sit down and just talk, say what I have on my mind, and it helps. It makes me feel a lot better. Also helps when I don't have sand in my eye. It's late. I'm tired. Anyway, yeah, it's given me that creative outlet. It's given me, you know, something ambition-wise to push towards, a goal to try and reach for. At some point, I know Sean agrees with me, I really want to start doing charity events for the channel, but right now it's just not feasible. But between Sean's work schedule and him living, you know, 4 hours away, and as well as with the number of subscribers we currently have, it's just not feasible. I think a big goal is that when we hit 100 subscribers, which I'm fairly certain we're gonna hit, I'm gonna give it halfway through this year, but for sure probably by the end of the year I think we'll have hit 100 subscribers. And at that point I want to do like a first like charity event of some kind. I have no idea what, I have no idea when, I have no idea on any details. I just know that, you know, as much as having this outlet gives to me, I feel like I should be using it to give to others. That was one of the original reasons that Sean and I sat down and like came up with this idea. I had been floating with the idea of running a YouTube channel for years, but I had no idea how to get started. And Sean and I sat down and started talking about it for a while. We used to do I think it was Thursday. Every Thursday we would go to the local park and we would walk for like an hour or two, play Pokemon Go, whatever, and just talk and hang out and spend time together. And we had been discussing for about a month the idea of starting a YouTube channel together. And you know, I had been so hesitant about it, and I had, you know, kind of waffled on the idea and like, oh well, I don't know how to get started, we need to get this and this and this to do it, we need a camera, we need better microphones, I need a better computer. And finally Sean just kind of talked to me and it's like, look, you just need to sit down and just start. Don't worry about people, you know, what people think of it at first. We're not gonna have hardly any subscribers at first. Do it because you want to do it, and do it because it's fun. And that, I kind of took that to heart, and we did. We sat down within the next few days. We set up a schedule of when we could record, and we just started recording. This actually happened several months before we actually officially started the channel, because that was one of my big things I wanted to have. Before we started, I wanted to have enough footage that would last us like a week or two in case something happens, in case one of us got sick, something like that. We don't even worry about it anymore, but we recorded a bunch of stuff like that next Thursday, and we recorded for a couple months. It took us forever to get used to recording and getting the kinks sorted out. We still have that footage, and we'll show it to you guys at some point. We've got to finally decide when to just start uploading it, because it's stuff that's we're probably never going to go back and finish. We might, who knows, you know, but it was just us having fun and hanging out in my room. We sit on the bed right there and play games and record, and Like, that's how all this got started. It wasn't a matter of, like, I had to really let go of that whole, you know, it's got to be perfect, it's got to be perfect. It took me a long time to be able to let go of that. And now that I've been having so much more fun with this. I've been enjoying the channel more. I still get caught up every so often a little bit in the whole numbers game of things, but I've also accepted that, you know what? You know, yeah, when I first started this channel, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get to 100 subscribers in a year. It didn't happen. Do I care? Not really. We got, what, I think 43 right now. And you know what? We can have 2. It doesn't matter. We're doing this for us at this point. And, yeah, I mean, it's just helped so much with my mental health, and now hopefully more with my physical health. And I'm going to start, I think, documenting my weight loss better. I'm going to start actually photographing it once a week or once a day or something like that. Again, I got to work out details on how I'm going to do that. Hopefully this new software will help. But, yeah, I'm going to get much more into actually working out, and I didn't want to open that. I wanted to open that. Working out and working on improving ourselves. I'm getting off track. The whole charity idea. The whole channel started... One of the biggest things we wanted to do, we had been watching, we're big fans of, you know, the Game Grumps, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. I can't talk right now. And, they all do a lot of, like, big charity type events. Markiplier does, I don't know if he's still doing it monthly, he kind of falls off on doing it. Has issues with it, but he for a long time was doing a monthly charity live stream. And, you know, Jack's always donating to charity. He does a couple charity live streams. Bob, who we've met, who's Markiplier's good friend, does a lot of charity stuff. Wade does a lot of charity stuff. There's all these people who are out there who inspired us to start this channel in the first place, who are using the channel just not to better, you know, financially line their pockets. I mean, they make a ton of money, don't get me wrong, but they put a lot of that money into, like, charity things and, like, around the world, so that, you know, it's just, it's one of the big things that really just inspired us. And it's one of the main reasons that we started this channel. We wanted to do good, and we haven't had that chance yet. And that's one of the big reasons that, like, I want to push to, you know, get more subscribers, get, you know, more views, more people watching, is because I want to be able to put what money we eventually start earning from this back out into the world to do good for other people. I've lived a great life. I've lived a very privileged life. I grew up, you know, with my grandmom, who is not rich by any means, but very well off. I mean, we're definitely a upper middle class family. You know, she owns a lot of property and is a landlord for a lot of apartments. And that's what I'm doing now, is managing those apartments with her. But, you know, that's something that she really raised me to do too, is to go out in the world and, you know, think of others first. Think, you know, we used to, you know, go out all the time around the holidays especially, and, you know, visit the elderly or the sick, or, you know, kids who are needy. and we would, donate money, do gift drives. We used to, for a long time, we went to a local park, and they had a high homeless population, and we would serve breakfast to them every weekend, like every Saturday. Unfortunately, of course, the government put a kibosh on that and a bunch of bullshit, but she really raised me to look at others' needs before my own. And I've definitely taken that to heart, that, that's definitely something I want to do. But at the same time, I've also learned through life that it's okay to be a little selfish once in a while. And, make sure, before you go out donating, every penny you have, make sure you got enough to feed yourself. And, that's definitely an important thing. But I want to get to that point where, I'm financially stable. I can say I'm financially stable enough. I want to start giving to charity. And doing charity live streams, which I think is what we're going to end up doing at some point, is a good way to, even before that point, say, okay, we can't give to charity, but we can help get others to give to charity. Like, right now we're broke half the time. We got nothing to, donate. But if we can get other people to donate, that's just as important. And there's also volunteering type stuff. That was something I really like the idea of, is doing a volunteer drive. Getting people to, instead of, giving money to a charity, go out and volunteer with the charity and do actual physical work. There's a lot of charities like Habitat for Humanity is one. They actually need people to go out and physically build these houses and not just, throw money at them. All the money in the world is great, but when you don't have people to actually build the house, it's just gonna sit there. Donating money is great. It definitely helps, but donating your time, I think, can be just as important. Go out to a local theater and volunteer with them, volunteer at schools, things like that. There's all sorts of things in your community you probably never realized were there that you can volunteer to go do. And, I'm a big advocate of that. I don't do a lot of it because, I'm lazy. I will fully admit I'm just lazy. Do as I say, not as I do. I definitely would like to do more, and I think I'm going to once I get in better shape. That's a big challenge for me. Is I'd like to do more. I'm fat. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It's hard to do that kind of stuff when you're tired. So I think maybe I'll make that a goal for me, is that, once I lose some weight, I'll start doing more charity type stuff. Maybe I'll document it for vlogs or something. I don't know. Like I said, this is all speculative. Me just rambling on and on endlessly like I always do. I think a big part of why I'm talking about all this too is yesterday was the CNN, or last night was the CNN Heroes thing. And while I'm usually not a big fan of reward shows, because a lot of it is like scripted and funded and a bunch of bullshit, it still goes to remind us that, there's people out there doing some really cool things. I think one of the most inspirational ones that was on there was a kid who every day makes a teddy bear. And, he gets throughout the year, 365 teddy bears he makes, and donates those teddy bears to kids in who are in the hospital, who are, you know, there for cancer or things like that. He donates them to those kids. He gets a lot of funding donations that comes in too, which he donates to his own charity that he runs, that, you know, gets these kids that are just, you know, just survived cancer and, you know, maybe need a little bit of cheering up, to go and takes them on cruises. And this kid's like 13, 14 years old, if even that, like 12, 11, something like that. He's a really young kid. And that's, you know, 365 gifts, that's 365 kids there that he's just made a huge difference to. And, yeah, I feel like that was a big part of why we started the channel, and it kind of got away from us, I think. We kind of lost sight of it. We got so wrapped up in everything else with the channel. I definitely want to get back to that. I think I'm going to talk with Sean, or Sean, when you see this. Let me know what you think, and we'll figure out some sort of charity event we can do, and, you know, we'll document it, put it up on the channel. There's some way that we can actually give back to the world. But I'll call this here. I think I've rambled enough. I get way too rambly with these. I really do. I need to start writing out topics before I start doing these. Maybe then I'll actually, you know, make a little sense. Anyway, my whole point of doing this vlog today was to tell you guys that I didn't have time to record, so I'll be back on track with my regular videos tomorrow. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, click like, comment, subscribe, check our Patreon, check out our Discord, and as always, have fun.